How you doing? So it's been a little while since I have posted up anything really. This week has been even slow for photos for me. This was due to a lot of things, honestly. First thing happened, my dog ran away. And it took us about a day to find her, of constant searching. And then right after that, after we found her, we all went to Letchworth, at which point my wife lost her car keys. So we went to Letchworth to have a good time, take some photos, do the thing, and we ended up looking for car keys for like 2.5 hours. So that was fun and a huge failure. And then I've just been in a funk for the rest of the week, so I kind of went into this funky funk where I didn't want to do nothing, say nothing, talk to people, just in a weird spot. Don't know why. So fast forward to yesterday. It is day 2 procedure. Let's just go with that. I finally got to the second portion of this clinical trial that I'm in right now, which involved EGD and something called a Bravo device, which I'm wearing right now. Basically, they put a computer right here inside of my esophagus, and it reads acid levels and talks to this little device here outside of my body. So I have a computer inside my body talking to a computer outside of my body, which is kind of cool. In my book, that's super dope. I wish there were more things like that, because I'm that kind of guy where they're like, "You want to have this technology inside of you permanently?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" It's open. Like contact lenses to take pictures. Oh, let me get some of that. That would be amazing. Anywho, off track. I decided to take you guys on a ride with me to get coffee this morning because, well, it's been a while. I'm due for a video, and I had some explaining to do, I guess. So I really want to get out and do more things before hibernation season begins, because Lord knows when hibernation season starts, it's depression central around here. For me at least, I go like super depressive just because I'm stuck in the house all the time. I can't go outside, and it is entirely too cold in Buffalo, New York to enjoy a nature walk when there's 8 foot of snow on the ground and it's 10 below. This is not happy times. Not happy times at all. So I get kind of funky for the winter. I get lazy. And then as soon as summer hits, I go on this bender where I gotta do everything every week all the time. I just gotta be out and about and doing things. And it drives my wife absolutely up the wall, but I guess she gets a break from it because of winter. So when I'm all bored, depressed, and sad, she's probably super happy and excited because she doesn't have to be outside in the bugs and the wet and the basically she doesn't have to be outside enjoying nature like her husband likes to do. So it's something. Whatever. Gotta deal with it. But yeah. So I'm going to probably try to find something to do today. I want to take some pictures of something, anything. I just need to get out of this funk and get moving, just because I've been sitting on my ass for an entire week now, and I just don't want to do that anymore. My throat is still a little sore from yesterday because they were digging around and implanting things in me. But my stomach doesn't hurt today like it did yesterday. I guess they had to remove some polyps. So Those are better out than in. Apparently, those can eventually turn into cancer, so not a good thing. But yeah, with all the medical problems I have, I don't need to throw cancer on top of that as well. So yeah, cool, fucking cool, right? I think so. I think so. There's a little Wi-Fi computer in me going, and this thing's going, yeah, okay, cool. I'm alright with this. Anyway, I'm gonna finish up getting my coffee and maybe we'll talk more later. Yo. Hey. So, I got kind of sidetracked on my way to getting coffee, and I ended up going to Wegmans real quick and picking up a bunch of gluten-free fare. And while I was in there, the sky opened up and all hell broke loose. So, there's a good chance that going outside today just is not going to happen. Welcome to Buffalo fall weather. I usually like it to go from like 0 to frozen pretty quickly, just because the sloppy fall is just gross. Sloppy fall is gross. It's muddy, it's stinky, it's annoying, and it ruins clothing. Let's just all be honest here. It ruins clothing and ruins electronical equipment. So, I'm not a huge fan of it. But frozen, all I gotta worry about when it's frozen is my batteries don't last as long in my devices. Because, let's be honest here, the frozen tundra is a battery slayer. I think last year I tried to do a time lapse in the middle of winter. It was like, I want to say it was like 14 degrees outside. And my camera can normally do a time lapse for at least an hour and a half, if not 2 full hours in summertime. I got 14 minutes. It lasted 14 minutes. And the settings I had, I ended up with I think it was like a 4 to 6 second time lapse or something crazy like that. I mean, that guy, really? Bloody hell, we're gonna do take 2 on this because, shit happened. Yeah, so I'm sitting here chilling in line at Tim Hortons, and what do I see but a dog strapped to a post in the freezing rain. It's a little tiny guy. So the problem I see with that is usually with the small dogs, you can take them anywhere you want. Nobody's saying a goddamn thing to you, especially if it's shitty outside. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I walked here. What did you want me to do? Leave my dog out in this? No, nobody's gonna say a damn word to you. Or they'll say, oh, you could have left them at home. Well, no, dogs need to be walked, and I wanted coffee on my walk. So, but anyways, people are gonna argue over the stupidest bullshit anyways, so whatever. But yeah, we get away with it all the time. Like, our pit bull's so small that 9 times out of 10 we can bring him in tops, or bring her in tops, as I should say. And nobody says a word. Absolute not a word. And it's just better that way. I mean, if you have a well-behaved dog that's not gonna start no shit, I mean, use judgment, but you should be allowed to bring them wherever you want. I mean, within reason. Obviously, you're not gonna want fucking family dinner at Applebee's, with the family pet. No, fuck that, you're a moron if you want to do that, but, bring them to the grocery store, fine, whatever. Make sure their bathroom, don't let them go to the bathroom on the floor. But, I mean, I don't see a problem with it. It's the stupid people that ruin it for everybody else because they're stupid and they don't pay attention and they think their dogs and their animals are perfect examples of modern society, and they're not. They're pricks. You love them unconditionally and you don't see that. I see my dogs for what they are. My wife doesn't, but I do. I know what situations I can bring my dogs into and what situations I can't. And what situations I do need the fucking training collar for. I mean, I have a lot to say about training collars because a lot of people are completely against them, and you know what? Whatever, fuck you. I got raised in the time where if you fucked up, you got smacked in the ass. And I agree with that completely because I see society then and I see society now, and I see how kids talk to adults nowadays, and I remember how I talked to adults as a child, and you know what? The only thing that's changed between then and now is the fact that kids would get beat. I don't beat my kids because, don't want to lose them and don't want to go to jail, but, I can still appreciate those days when you smacked your kid because he's being an asshole, and he goes, oh yeah, maybe I should be an asshole to people, And it's the same thing with dogs. My dog has a problem with being a protector when she's on the leash. And if person or other dogs get close to us while she's on her leash, she's a Tasmanian devil. But if she's off leash, she's the nicest dog in the world. Hold on, I gotta get my coffee. Hey, could I get a extra large dark roast, 5 cream, 2 sugar, shot of espresso? And that's it. Thank you. So, got the coffee. Don't remember where I left off, but it's fine. My little ranty rant is over about kids and dogs, and I lost my tip today. Not happy about that. Sidetrack. It should have been like a jump cut. Little jump cut. Me being completely random. I lost my tip today. Whatever still works. I'm a whatever still works kind of guy. I mean, look at this thing. Jesus Christ. This thing's been through hell and back, and it still works. It ain't broke. No reason to get a new one. It ain't broke. So. Alright, well. I guess end rant. This thing was all over the place, and I don't care. I did something today, and that's fine with me, so. Peace.